Can your event Wi-Fi handle 4K streaming? The answer is yes, but only if your network is engineered correctly. Let's dive into the best practices for achieving successful 4K streaming at your next event. Success depends on more than just access points. You need the right internet backhaul, upload speed, precise RF planning, client capacity, proper cabling, switching, power, security, monitoring, and network segmentation. For most events, downloading a single 4K video is manageable on strong modern Wi-Fi, like Wi-Fi 5, 6, or 7. It's the live 4K upload that poses the biggest challenge due to the need for steady upstream bandwidth. Live 4K production streams need steady upstream bandwidth. Expect around 30 megabits per second upload for 4K at 30 frames per second and 35 megabits per second or more for 4K at 60 frames per second. For mission-critical production, the best setup is always wired. This involves routing your camera or encoder through wired Ethernet, a managed switch, a router or firewall, and finally, a dedicated internet connection. If wireless production is absolutely unavoidable, it must run on a dedicated SSID, VLAN, and ideally a dedicated access point, completely separate from the public guest Wi-Fi used by attendees. Never mix critical production uploads with guest traffic. Now let's talk about bandwidth and data planning. Proper calculations ensure you don't run out of capacity when you need it most. A good rule of thumb is gigabytes used equals megabits per second times hours times 0.45. For example, 3 hours of 4K playback can use 10 to 27 gigabytes, while 3 hours of 4K/60 live upload can consume over 47 gigabytes. Always add 25 to 50% headroom to your estimates. This accounts for necessary retransmissions, speed tests, cloud backups, monitoring tools, and unexpected attendee activity. Next, let's look at practical network design for a typical event. For an event with one 4K/60 live stream, one 4K monitor download, POS systems, 300 attendees, and 45 active guest users, a practical minimum circuit may be around 300 megabits per second down and 150 megabits per second up. Your event may need 4 to 6 access points or more, depending on the venue. Crucially, access point placement and antenna selection are just as important as the sheer count of access points. Why should you separate your networks? A professional event network needs to segment traffic by use case for security and performance. A professional network separates traffic for critical functions like POS systems, production, staff operations, and guest Wi-Fi, ensuring each group has the resources it needs. Use VLANs, firewall rules, and bandwidth controls to grant the right level of security and performance to each segmented network group. Which Wi-Fi standard is best for your event? Wi-Fi 6 is the practical baseline for most professional events, as it performs better in busy environments. Wi-Fi 6E adds the cleaner 6 GHz spectrum for supported devices, improving performance further. Wi-Fi 7 is ideal for high-density venues, multi-gigabit internet, and future-ready deployments. But remember, it requires compatible devices and proper planning. The network infrastructure extends far beyond the access points themselves. Reliable event Wi-Fi requires managed power over Ethernet switches with multi-gigabit ports, VLAN support, QoS, firewall rules, and monitoring tools alongside reliable cabling. Avoid unmanaged consumer switches for critical event networks. They lack the visibility, segmentation, and troubleshooting tools necessary for professional deployments. Successful 4K streaming, POS, and guest Wi-Fi are all possible when the network is correctly engineered. For best results, use wired Ethernet for critical production, separate your networks, choose Wi-Fi 6 or better, plan bandwidth with headroom, and use managed infrastructure.